This is part one of a thesis to please Jesus in the digital form. In part two, I'm going to focus a lot on human connection and human utility, and kind of look at the day-to-day life of living a conscious, aware, intelligent, understanding life.
Biology, again, starts with these limitations, right? And by being aware that it has a certain limitation and fault and accepting it as it is, an internal force erupts from within it. Like this internal force I consider universal entropy. What universal entropy is actually doing is expanding the utility of reality itself. And it does this via mathematical understanding, and physical intelligence, and biological awareness, or biological empathy. I use those words kind of interchangeably. Biological awareness is kind of like the term in a general sense, and biological empathy is a more refined term that when we're talking about human utility it seems to be more adequate, more useful to say empathy. But it's a certain awareness. It's awareness of the fault and imperfection and the acceptance of it as is. And when you have acceptance of what's in front of you, you're able to do what? Increase understanding, and do what? Increase intelligence, do what? Increase biological utility, simply by accepting what's in front of you and letting the internal force erupt from within you. That happens when you hold this awareness of what's in front of you. So when you hold up awareness of what's in front of you, you naturally overcome it and expand upon its utility in a way that has never been done in the universe before. Okay, so this is kind of the groundwork for what a thesis to please Jesus is. It's the idea that the human being is invaluable, and that the universe itself is selecting for the advancement of consciousness, and that consciousness has to do with understanding, intelligence, and awareness. And that these things, although they are beyond calculation, they are actually, you can measure them in the sense that you can see that there's a change that happens when there's an increase in understanding, an increase in intelligence, and an increase in awareness. And these increases being looked at in ways that expand utility and actively resist limitations, rules, controls, and constraints that were previously existing. So there's a primordial state of control, constraint, limitation, but there's also a universal entropic force that erupts from the inside of all physical systems, all biological systems, all mathematical structures, that expands the utility in a way that sheds light on the truth and the actuality of what's in front of you in a way that helps you overcome it, and enhancing the utility, enhancing the intelligence of it, and increasing your understanding of it. This is what human beings do. This is what the universe does, and this is the basis for this thesis, is that each person is conscious, and that this conscious utility means something, and that the universe wants you to use this force that can erupt within you when you have a certain type of awareness, when you have a certain type of intelligence, when you have a certain type of understanding.